from the Philippines, and Ernesto Zepeda, the 32-year-old veteran from Tijuana, Mexico.
Melligen being a southpaw. And is it me, or do 90% of the fighters that come from the Philippines happen to be left-handed?
There are a lot, although Donaire, of course, an exception. And but Brian, do you think that a lot of the Filipino fighters end up being left-handers?
A lot of them are left-handed fighters because they think it's more difficult to fight a left-hander.
That's intriguing. Earlier, of course, we talked about in our first fight, Arceo switching from righty to lefty. Zepeda working to the body early. Melligen trying to use his jab and the straight left hand.
I found that card to be quite interesting that it took place on the Cinco de Mayo with a Filipino and a British guy.
Yes, exactly.
Which I guess if you mix them together, you get a Mexican.
There's logic there.
Is there logic there? Right, with the Spanish heritage, with the Filipino? I don't know. Melligen having a lot of power, 11 knockouts in his 15 victories.
Somewhere in there, is there a guy that feels like he wants to set down on his punches more?
I think he seems like he's a type of fighter that wants to sit down his punches and just let his hands fly.
Big left hand.
There is that left we referenced, and boy, it moved Zepeda back and punctuates a very good first round for Mark Melligen. Melligen landed 14 punches, only 4 by Zepeda. Coach of Melligen happens to be British, so they're continuing that theme.
And just all over. So, and the fact that good fights just translate out, and I think everybody can appreciate the talent.
You're absolutely right. We're about halfway through round number 2. It's Mario Lopez and Brian Valoria, IBF Junior Flyweight Champ, is providing his expertise. I'm Al Bernstein, and we are delighted you joined us. So far, it's been a fun night of boxing, and here, Zepeda in round 2 has kind of found himself a place to work on the inside against Melligen.
Or too predictable with throwing that right-left combination. I mean, he's been throwing it with authority, but...
And there on the outside, Zepeda finds himself in some trouble against Melligen. Mark Melligen, the southpaw on the left of your screen, the 23-year-old from the Philippines. He's 15-1-0, has a 9-fight winning streak since losing by TKO to Yong Sung Kim. That was back in 2007.
The big money has to step it up in competition and face some dangerous fighters who you really have to have it all together.
Round 2 passes into the night, and it had with Mark Melligen, the left-hander on the left of your screen, against Ernesto Zepeda. It's been fast-paced 2 rounds. Nice uppercut by Melligen gets in.
That sort of caught him in the chin/throat. Zepeda having an intense look on his face, coming here to fight, being the aggressor.
Melligen's corner was telling Melligen to work a little bit more on the body and not get too careless with those right-left combinations.
Cuts on the inside. Mark Melligen's dad was a boxer. He worked as a construction foreman in the Philippines and got his son interested in boxing. And it took. And Mark, of course, now a 23-year-old who is on the cusp of contention, perhaps.
Nice body shot.
Melligen listens to his corner and goes down to the body.
Yeah, and against a 32-year-old, you would think 32-year-old is old, because that would make me prehistoric.
And me old, and not. I know.
80s the new 20s now.
Oh,
Brian.
Oh, my goodness. All right. And to think I was so nice in calling your fight.
But speaking of bodies,
great left hand by Melligen, and that hurts Zepeda. His fight has changed drastically.
Heard Melligen pouring it down.
Melligen staying calm and using smart, effective punches.
Very good point. Yeah, that's a very good point, Mario. And under a minute left to go. Is there enough time for Melligen to get Zepeda down or out? Zepeda coming back himself now.
Zepeda doesn't look like the kind of guy that will get you out of there with one punch. Clearly his record doesn't indicate that.
Making the most of his opportunities so far against Ernesto Zepeda. Melligen, the left-hander. Zepeda, the righty, with the white stripe down his trunk. And Zepeda, though he was hurt in the last round.
And there's a cut on Zepeda's, looks like to be underneath his left eye. Seems to have given Melligen an extra burst of energy.
How the tide in this fight has turned, and Melligen, using those straight left hands, has really altered this fight. Big left again by Melligen.
Stuns Zepeda and puts him off the ropes. He looks hurt.
Zepeda hurt, the cut clearly bothering him. Stop being the aggressor.
You have to like how Melligen uses his jab to set up these punches. There's
with those left jab, left hooks, right.
And now a complete arsenal of punches as he throws the hooks, the jabs, the straight left hands, and Zepeda's in some deep water here.
And you mentioned, Al, it's not in the
big left.
Melligen looking to Joe Cortez to see if the fight would be stopped. I think it's a little premature for that, but maybe not.
He shows in his legs, too.
Oh,
big
my.
left hand.
Can Zepeda withstand much more of this, either in this round or even to come out for round 5?
The corner is going to have to take a good look at that eye and just take a good look at that fighter, because this is...
I haven't seen Zepeda throw a punch.
Oh, that is a knockout.
The fight has been stopped. A TKO for Mark Melligen, the 23-year-old from the Philippines.